Happy Friday. How are we? I'll tell ya, the emotional week has been really kind of crazy. I don't know if you guys have had it, but look what I found. I was on my walk home from work the other day. Blue jay feathers. Spiritual meaning, clarity, protection, and faithfulness. So let's hear. Divine Fems, these are for you. Because I do believe you are going through some pretty big stuff right now. I don't know if I got all of this in the last time, but we're going to get it in today. And there's some things that I've heard from some other readers, because I listen to some at work and podcasts and all sorts of stuff while I'm working. But it's been a very interesting week. People's projections this week have been, they want you to feel shitty because they feel shitty. Well, you know what? I can have empathy for you, but I'm not jumping into your cesspool. It's just not happening. So, I am not love and light, but truth and consequences. Nothing truer could ever be spoken. Mystics don't become, they remember who they never stopped being. You've pissed so many people off in your life, and still are, especially family, because they don't understand why you, why this, why that, why are you the one? Why? Because I'll tell you why. We're the ones that took the time, had the patience, dealing with all the BS that we've been handed our entire fucking life from everybody. And not that, we didn't have things that we did, but trying to understand why we've been shunned in so many different things in our world. It was to build the resilience. And I see that. And I know that. Does it make it easy? No. I'm just hoping all of that backlash and BS and bullshit is finally done. But I will say this. The divine has protected me like no other. And I still get shit from people, about stuff. And I'm just like, they're still fighting about that BS, huh? And I just kind of snicker and move on. So, a lot of stuff that people are trying to keep alive, and it just doesn't matter anymore because that's not the trajectory of where this world is going. What side of it are you going to be on? The naysayers and, oh, my president was better than your president? Who gives a fuck? It's something. Your pure heart will always carry you. Boundaries grow from self-worth and self-respect. Your boundaries became ego to them when they stopped benefiting from you. The archetype of women that stand alone. There's no need for external validation. Your mothers competed with you. Your authenticity was too much for most people. Your energetic rejection could be felt. You have a silent inheritance from the ancestors. And your sudden reversal of anything that does not sit with your body, your mind, and your spirit will immediately get ejected out. It's a beautiful thing. So this was the 8th. Divine union is going to be upon you sooner or later, within the next few months. Your solar plexus is on fire. You are living within the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. You are in that balance of loving yourself, growing your things, becoming the best version of you, and it's pissing people off. And you know what? Oh well. Maybe they should have decided to work on themselves versus sitting around drinking, gossiping, and worried about what you were doing. You're very confident. You listen to yourself. You're being selfish. You're not letting anyone tell you. You're willing to listen to you first. It's not hard once you decide. More than likely miserable because they don't listen to themselves. You are a human lie detector before the words even leave their mouths. You've been listening to your ancestors. Many of you have a 12th house Jupiter placement. Those are your guardian angels. And I heard the song, You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet, on the radio right before I got on. And I turned it off because the news came on, and I don't ever freaking listen to the news. It's just whatever, a bunch of BS. So this was June 15th. When you study for curiosity versus demands, you learn differently. Let me say that one again. When you study for curiosity versus demands, you learn differently. You are a unicorn. You are the empress. You embody all of the queens. You have done so much work on yourself for the last 2 to 3 years that people are now finally starting to see it, and I wonder, well, what the hell? Why them? Why? They don't understand the hurt, the heartbreak, the taking a good look at yourself and wondering, what did you do to deserve all of this from all these people? And every time I hear it, I hear my son say, it's everybody, Mom. They all don't like you. So of course it's something that's wrong with me versus it being something within them that they're not seeing. It's a hard one to swallow when it comes from your children because they've been taught certain things, because societal norms have been so judgmental and so whatever, and because you're different and you don't do things like everybody else and you don't think like everybody else and you can see all sides of things. They go after you and degrade you because they don't want to understand. And again, there's a local establishment, and I go in very seldom, but then I try not to go when there's a certain individual there because he wants to throw me out every time because my spirit irritates him, even when going in to pick up something to eat. And it's funny is because I try to go when the owner is there, and he's just like, Larry, just don't come in when he's around. There's something wrong with him. And I'm like, I don't think there's something wrong with him. I think my whatever is irritating the fuck out of him. And he just can't deal with it. So, and I find that to be true with many things. They did the absolute most to destroy you. Many of them were your female friends. They were your BFF in your face and did everything possible to talk about you behind your back. Threw you under the bus when not around. But the biggest part that they didn't realize is they were telling on themselves when talking about you. You stayed in your own lane, you healed alone, and grew alone. I mean, absolutely alone. And what they don't realize is your connection to your spirit team, which is your ancestors, your angels, God, source, all the things that have carried you through. And look at you. You look better than you ever have. You feel better than you ever have. You rest without any kind of animosity, I guess, because there's no one to judge you. Because you do what you need to do for you. And I'll tell you, I feel better now at almost 60 than I probably have in a very long time. Their issues are not yours. Just because they can't doesn't mean you didn't. I love that. Just because they can't doesn't mean you didn't. You go do it. The slow build grew your foundation that will be here for generations to come. You built it honestly, truthfully, all on your own. And the thing about it is, what's happening now is to the individuals that built things off the energy that they got from you when you were with them or when you were around them, it's now starting to crumble because they don't have access to that divine energy any longer. And that's the part that they're not understanding. They miss you like crazy, but they'll never admit it because their ego won't. And that's the biggest part of it. Until people have an ego death and realize you can be humble and set boundaries. You can be beautiful inside and out and still know who you are and not have to be an asshole to society. You built it honestly, truthfully, all on your own. Be proud of yourself. Your patience, your hard work, your self-love were the key. You handled it beautifully. Good dharma is on the way for you. They want back into your life, but it's not going to happen. They missed the chance. The door closed for good. They have lifetimes to evolve. No access until healed. Period. No takebacks. You are protected. Angels are on watch. It's 11:33 on the timer. Go look up that angel number. This is from the 4th. Yeah, this is a pretty good thing here. This part of it is, I guess, is what I'm supposed to read. If you want to have a happy life, you have to be happy with yourself. My worst day in South Dakota would have been one of my better days in Wisco. Let me say that again. My worst day in South Dakota would have been one of my better days in Wisco. The life treasure of the Black Hills is the freedom in my energy, the release of others and their opinions, life by my rules with guidance from the ancestors. My lineage in Native America, not only here, but also from my grandparents from Finland, Norway, Sweden, the Nordic. My lineage in Native America met my lineage from Finland. They created beautiful beings of light. This is where I was created many years ago. One of my fellow Pisces calls me half-breed. She has shown herself to me. I do have a friend here that does. I'm a threat to their lineage, hence the name. Never been called that before. I actually felt seen. She is a gem of a person, felt the caution, but also the warmth. She has a beautiful soul. And she's a fellow Pisces. When you are finally seen by another soul that gets it, it's pretty profound. Sorry. The warmth of that. Now is a time of sharing the knowledge. Not that I know more, but I have done more. Life experiences are our best teachers. We are too busy departmentalizing stages of Earth. We forget to be present. You know when you start to find your people. The ones that support you no matter what. Even through your crap. And there's honestly less of it in my life now that it's me and my cats. I don't have many people that I trust because they know that I know now. Well, honestly, that I've always known. I've just never said anything. But that guilt and that shame, Divine Fems, is what they're having to hold on to. Because they now know you know. and some of the horrific things that they did and the lengths that they went to get at you, they have to deal with that. That's their conscience. So I am going to do a part 2. I love you all so much.